So despite insisting the campaign is all about the economy, Mitt Romney leaves tomorrow for an overseas trip that will take him to England, Poland, and Israel. So why now? Let's get to asking our political panel. That Perry Bacon is an MSNBC contributor and political editor for thegrio.com. And Crystal Ball is co-host of MSNBC's The Cycle. Crystal, I want to start with you. High risk, high reward. Why take this trip now when Mitt has been using the economy and the fact that it's a little anemic right now as his best line of offense?
I think it's a classic example of trying to go after the other person's strengths. The president in most polls has had double-digit leads on Mitt Romney in terms of who is more trusted to handle foreign policy. And it's unusual because typically, actually, Republicans have been stronger, at least in the nation's eyes, in terms of foreign policy, in terms of fighting terror. And this president has had such a successful foreign policy that he's turned the tables on that. So I think Romney, who has basically no credentials in terms of foreign policy, has to show that he's speaking with foreign leaders, that he understands the issues and would make a credible commander-in-chief.
All right, so Perry, can Mitt Romney go into Israel and be around Benjamin Netanyahu being critical of President Obama?
No, I suspect on this trip, what they've said in the campaign is on Tuesday when Romney goes to the VFW, will be when Romney sort of attacks Obama's foreign policy. They've signaled, the Romney campaign has signaled, once he gets to these countries and he goes to Poland, when he goes to Israel, he will not be attacking the president on foreign, so I think that would be surprising if he does that. This trip is a good opportunity for Romney to sort of change the subject in a lot of ways, like what Crystal said as well, but also the fact that he's not talking about Bain or tax returns. In some ways, the trip was originally designed to talk about Romney's role at the Olympics, but now not only that, but it's also a good opportunity for him to talk about anything else beyond what's happening in the U.S. He's been struggling a lot the last few weeks.
Isn't it also a great opportunity to talk about his dressage horse, though?
Well, I was going to ask you about horse prom. It's coming up. It's a big deal.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it does open him up to those sorts of things. But in general, I think the trip is to look presidential. And so Americans can imagine him, heading up our foreign policy, and also to fundraise. And that's what his really number one priority has been throughout this campaign, is to fundraise, and he's going to be hitting up expats for cash while he's on the road as well.
All right, Crystal Ball, Perry Bacon, thanks to both of you. I appreciate it.